Hey guys, I'm back. I don't believe in charging my phone, so when I'm in the middle of talking, the shit just went dead. So, anyways, let's get back to the topic. Not gonna say much more here, but I'm just gonna say a few more things that that I had on my mind and upload this so I can hear what you guys also have to say about the situation. Now, as I stated before, they was doing tick for tack at each other, and you can tell. Now I know, you know, they've been together. You gotta think about it. Now these people they are with are rebounds. You know, and they rebound to to a certain extent, but you know what, both of them has been together for a while, so it's still, even though Crier acts the way he do with her, I think it's because he know he can manipulate her, he can get over on her. When he does this shit to her and gets her back, he gives her that sweet nothings in her ear, maybe make love to her, and the next thing you know, she falls back into it. Because what did she state in her video? She wanted a family. She thought this was going to work. And I told you guys that Erica looked like she is, you know, willing to belong. Like she wants to belong to a family. She wants people to accept her. And it's like she wants to be involved and have this fairy tale type of life. So I can see her being vulnerable and listening to him and going back to him despite knowing, oh, he just put me out and all this. But sometimes when you're in love, you make dumb decisions. But I can say this. He did that to her because he knows she was weak. He did that because he know that Erica is not mature in a sense, in her mind is still kind of childish. But see, with Latoya, he can't do that shit too. With Latoya, the reason he is the way he is with her is because Latoya got her shit together. Latoya got her own place. Latoya got her own income. Latoya is going to school. She has a lot of things going on to where she really don't need a man. And that's what makes Crier go after that chase, because it's like, I know you don't need me, but I want you to, need me. It's like they get addicted to the fact that they know that woman don't need them, and that makes them want them more. That makes them do more. But what I do believe Crier was throwing out a lot of subliminal shit towards Erica to put it out there so Erica can see. And I don't know if he is using Latoya to do it, but you guys pay attention in the beginning. You know how Toya, like, I don't want to say this girl may be a little cray cray, because she moving a little too fast, but pay attention to at the beginning of their videos when he started bringing her around. She was like, I love you, baby. He'd be like, okay. He was like, well, guys, he'll try to brush it off. He wouldn't say it back at first. If you notice, he would not say it back. She was saying, I love you, and I felt the shit was too early. He wouldn't say it back at first. Then out the blue he started saying it. Then what he did, he got her a promise ring. And he did that shit on camera for Erica to see, because if you um didn't notice in the old videos with Crier and Erica, she would sit up there and make hints and say, put a ring on it, or you got to put a ring on it, or when we're going to get serious, and thoughts about getting married and stuff like that. And for some reason, I don't know if she thought being pregnant with Dion would make them tie the knot or not. But like I said, a baby don't make people get back together. But he got her that ring. And I know Erica noticed that. And this is at the same time she was trying to force the love of her and the Mucker family, but we didn't see it. Then next, Crier gives her, he's record of him ordering her the furniture, having them people put it in, surprising her when she gets off, and telling her that, oh baby, it's paid for. It's paid for. You ain't got to pay for nothing. Baby, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was to get out at her. But all Erica could do is just use Dion and just make it seem like he is more, attached to the mucker dude. And if you keep doing that, what if that man signed over his rights? What if he just decided to sign over his rights and all that? Say, hey, okay, well, since, you know, he don't acknowledge me and you making it seem like, he recognizing the mucker dude as his dad, let him adopt him. I mean, you never know the type of character in these people's minds. Now, I do believe Crier put on an image for that camera, and you can all tell. You can all tell he does put on an image for that camera. Because when you hear him off the camera, you start to think that's how he really is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how he really is. But she also talks about the money they made. And like I said, Crier is arrogant. He's fucking arrogant because he feels like, I really think he's trying to live in his son's shadows. He's trying to be that D and B, but with Damien and Latoya. Oh, and another thing, at the Tick for Tech, he's got Latoya on the channel banner. But you notice it's not in that profile picture. I think, and he could have inserted a picture in there. That's a jab to get at Erica. And then the thing is, he acts like how he would sit up there and be distant with her and Cam and put her out while she has her son. But then with Latoya, you see him engaging in the water with the kids, up there taking the kids out, they bowling, they eating good at these nice restaurants and all that. And I'm like, look at this dude here. I mean, me and my boyfriend really think he puts on that image. Now, off camera, I wonder how long can he keep up that image with Latoya before he gets into who he really is. And one thing I seen with her as well is that she seems a little bossy. And then the faces that she make, like she'll be like, yeah. Okay, just like with the working out thing, when he took that phone and she gave him that look and took her phone back, and I was like, boy, you gonna like it or not, you gonna like it or not, and that's my man, you gonna support me on it, and if not, like my mama told you, I would get rid of you, take you off my thing and all that. I'm like, okay, all right, Miss Sassy. But then another thing, why I think that I feel like she's a little cray because she is trying to sit up here and basically get the ring or something. Like I feel like she's trying to get a jab at Erica too, a tit for tat, as to say, I got this ring and this is just a step to the real thing. You got the baby, yeah, but I got the ring, his heart, and something like that. But Erica been in that house, Erica been in that bed, Erica, experienced his so-called pull-out game and all that. And don't y'all notice, that's another thing. Don't y'all notice with Crier, he always try to, in the videos, throw out a sex joke to let us know that he's hitting that. Like, okay, dude, we know you tapping it. We know you messing with these young girls. You don't have to put it out there. He always mentioned a sex type of joke with every single one of them. I have noticed that. But anyways, the reason why I feel like Latoya is like, one of those you kind of have to watch out for because she's Russian. Like it was one time when he was doing a prank, something about looking at pictures of my ex or something. She came in and was laughing, and then he was like, "Oh, what's up?" She was like, "My cousins didn't want to know when's the wedding." I'm like, "Huh? What?" Like y'all just announced y'all was together and then the wedding, unless you guys are not being truthful about how long y'all really talked. So then another sign is in the recent video when they was asking each other questions, and she said, well, you know what my mama said, my mama told you, I'll take you off my page, I'll delete you out my life basically, and I'll move on. And he was like, you won't even post pictures on with me on the ground? She was like, nope, I'll take that down. And then he was like, well, I'll post you. She was like, and first of all, you have to be very, very serious with me for me to post you on my IG. He was like, well, I'll post you. She was like, yeah, but you got to be serious about being with me. It's like she was trying to put that out there on him like, you got to be serious, meaning you got to be trying to fucking marry me for me to even put you out there. But y'all not together. I mean, not together. Y'all not married, and you putting him out there. And this is another thing that gets me, that this lady that made a video about on her YouTube channel, but she deletes it. Hurry up and deletes it. One thing she pointed out is the different stories. One minute, Crier saying that, she was his nurse. And I really think he exaggerated that sickness to get the relationship back with his son, because after that sickness you didn't hear no more about it. If they have to act aggressively, you show is eating what the hell you want to, and you show is doing a whole bunch of shit for someone who where they gotta act aggressively. And I know they say not to think about it, but we have not heard no update or nothing about it since it happened. But back to it, first he said that she was his nurse. Then it was some other shit. But what she said, you met me in the store. I was walking down and you came up to me. And remember when he was like, not it wasn't him, it was her. She was like, what was I wearing? And then he was able to say what she was wearing, some jeans and all that. Now she was your nurse. How would you how the fuck is she wearing jeans? Unless they got wear jeans on Friday type shit. No, she is telling the truth. You met her in that store. But what I don't get is the fact when he said he was writing her messages and she didn't respond. And then the next day she seen that he liked all her photos, and then she took the time to say something to him. But then she's like, my kids told me, when I was looking at it, my kids told me who you were. That's when her ass decided to write back. I don't really think she was paying that much attention to him. She was like, trying to holler at me. I'm not responding to this. Like, she probably gave him the IG, just out of being nice. He probably wrote her. She probably looked like, that old nigga from the store wrote me. Ignored it. Next thing she knows, she seen all the hearts, and she probably like, why this man in here liking all my pictures like that? Then the kids probably said, Mom, oh my God, that's Damien Prince's dad. And then she probably was like, what? What are you talking about? And they probably showed her the videos. Next thing you know, hey, I was busy, or coming up with some lame ass excuse. Because it's mighty funny how after you seen he liked all those pictures and the kids told you about him, then you saw interest. Or either you know who they were and was trying to, play hard to get, because you probably didn't want to be like the stereotypical of the girls that he choose and the statistics of the girl he choose. You probably was like, you know what, I'm not about to have them say I'm doing this and that, so let me take my time. She probably studied it. Who knows? I mean, who knows? She tries to act like she didn't know who Crier was, but you cannot sit up here and tell me that you don't know who Crier was. If your kids watch the Prince family, then they know who Crier is, and you probably mentioned it. Now, you probably may have not known because you probably don't keep up with what they watch, but to a certain extent, it's like when you find out he was connected to, you saw interest then. And then what did he say? No, what did she say? Well, I was the first to say I love you. Yeah, you said a little bit too damn fast, too. But, hey, they like it. I love it. But anyways, guys, what is your thoughts and opinions on the shit that Erica came out with tonight? Do you guys think she is playing a dangerous game? Because let's be frank here, she has done this before, and this time she may be digging herself a deeper hole, because if Crier got his receipts and he can prove that's you, what does that say for you and your future with Mr. Mucker? Because I see he let her put the intro back up. So what if they are on good terms? What if they talked and they came to agreements? But in the back of my mind, I still think Mucker is a little upset because he probably thought that she was on birth control from listening to her. But like I said, they may be back on good terms now. But what if Crier come out with that and Mucker take notice of that and watches that? You don't know what could happen for your future with you and Mucker, because it seems like you want to work it out. But at the same time, you are trying to ruin the image of him and mess up his happiness and his relationship with his new woman. And the next thing, this shit go back and forth and something turns dangerous. That's all I'm saying here. But make sure you guys like, comment, leave your thoughts and your opinions below. And I will be back with another video real soon. This is your girl Opinionated checking out.